So coming to MySQL, like as you know, like a MySQL is a open source databases. Like anyone can install and anyone can use. There are multiple edition of MySQL. So this is the official website. Okay, dev.mysql. You just do one thing. You just give MySQL and enter. Just give MySQL alone. Okay, if you type MySQL, it will give. Okay, for every database they are having their own documentation, own things, like same like MySQL is there, right? So same like we have PostgreSQL, they are also having their own website. Okay, you can go once and see. So every organization is having the own website. There you can find the downloads, documentation, everything. So as we are going into MySQL, so this is the official MySQL website where you can download your package and you can do the installation, everything. Okay, hello.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Yeah,
Proceed, please.
yeah. Just give me just acknowledgement so that I can understand. Okay, you are also getting the same.
Okay.
So first of all, let's. It's a common. You want me to teach kind of interview kind of thing or technical kind of thing? Like you
No,
want.
complete.
You want the. Yeah. No, I will
Okay.
just give you those things. I will do things like what to say. If I give normally means I can say you normally. If you want me to uh if you want to really prepare for interview, I will give you questions like what are the questions possibly they can ask. I can say that and I can describe that as well. For example, if I'm teaching you on topic, in the topic what are the questions they may ask, so those questions I will let you know. Otherwise I will
Yeah,
just teach it. Yeah, like that I ask. Yeah.
please tell me the interview questions
Okay,
also.
fine. So yeah, so as you know, like MySQL is a open source databases. Like this MySQL was developed by Oracle. Okay, okay. This MySQL
Okay.
was built upon C++, these things. Okay, so it's a
Okay.
free open source software. So it's developed by Oracle company, and still Oracle only it's supporting. Okay,
Okay.
so MySQL support all the OS. You can do it on you use MySQL in Windows, Linux, and Mac. Okay,
Okay.
so it's platform friendly, and it's so my how you will interact with MySQL is through SQL. That is a structured query language. So using
Yes.
structured query language, you will communicate with the MySQL server, and you do manage the data, you retrieve the data using the help of the SQL queries. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Correct.
this is the basic thing about a MySQL. So coming to the architecture, so MySQL architecture is a client server architecture. Okay, normally
Okay.
client is nothing but us. Okay, as you have worked in a CRM, from CRM you will connect to the database server, right? So your CRM will be the client, and the server MySQL will be the database will be the database inside the server will be the server. Okay, so
Okay.
normally client is nothing but some people do the programming. Okay, like they will type programs, like some type Java, some type Python. So they will type the programming and they will connect to the database. Okay, if you see any code, have you seen, I'm not sure you have seen any code. If it is in Python means you can see this thing. Like what is this thing? Like they will give connection string. Okay,
Okay.
and then they will give the thing. So what are the basic details you need is DB
Mm-hmm.
hostname or IP, which is nothing but what is the IP of the server where you have installed your MySQL database. Okay,
Okay.
if it is
Okay.
local host means it is 127.0.0.1. Okay, this is the local host IP,
Okay. Fine.
which means, for example, if you I said you right, for the next class you just install the MySQL on your local machine and come like that. So
Uh-huh.
if you do the
Okay.
installation means if you want to connect to database, you can use this IP. Okay, in your
Okay. Fine.
workbench. Okay, so this is
Okay.
the local host IP. Other than that, for example, you may have multiple IP. Suppose 10.23.4. Like that, the IP will be there. Inside that, the MySQL will be installed. Okay, the server in which the MySQL is installed.
Okay.
Nothing.
Fine.
I will mention the server. The MySQL is installed. Okay.
Okay.
So second thing is DB username. So you need a user, right? You need a user to connect. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So normally in MySQL, the master is nothing but the admin user, sysadmin, super user, super privileged user. You can say multiple names. Okay, so here in MySQL it is root. Okay,
Okay.
so using root only you can connect to the database as an admin. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like as you said you have worked in SQL Server, I will just compare with that as well. Like in SQL Server you will use SA, right? Like SA for a,
Yes,
yeah, same there it is SA, here it is
root.
root. Okay, so the
Oh.
second thing is DB password.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the password? Normally password, what password you will use to connect to the database. Then third is DB port. What is the
Okay.
port number? The default
Oh.
port number of MySQL is 3306. Like in
Mm-hmm.
SQL Server, you have 1433, right? Default port number.
Yes.
So
Yes.
same like that. Here, this a DB port is this. So these are the connection strings which you will include in your Python code. Okay, so that the
Mm-hmm.
database, if they run the code or if any application is trying to click some option, what it will do, it will directly hit this connection string and it will get these details where the host name, username, password, and it will validate that and then establish the connection with the server. Got it?
Okay, fine, fine, got
Yeah.
it.
So that's the thing here. The plugin is nothing but connectors, JDBC, .NET, or PHP or Python. People may use different applications to connect to the database. Have you
Mm-hmm.
like have you connect? So you will connect your SQL Server through SSMS, right? SQL Server
Yes, from
Management.
SS. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
SQL Server Management Studio is a tool which you are using to connect your database. So SQL Server Management Studio is a client, and the server where the database is installed is the server. So same like that here it works. If you are using programming, it will be the client, and if you are using any tools like MySQL Workbench is there. Okay, MySQL Workbench is the tool which is produced by the MySQL by them itself. So that is the tool which you connect to the database. Okay,
Okay, fine.
so that's the
Okay.
client. So server, as you
Okay.
know, server is nothing but the your MySQL server. And third is storage layer. Storage layer is nothing but where your data will be stored and get retrieved when you write a query. So that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also,
Okay.
in server, you will have multiple things. Okay. First is parser. Parser. So let's come with the connection layer. So as I said, like in the connection is the topmost layer. So in the connection layer, you will be having multiple things. So that's what you have mentioned. The client make request through command prompt or through a GUI screen by using valid MySQL commands. GUI is nothing but MySQL Workbench. That is the tool.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the steps. Connection handling. Connection handling is nothing but whenever a client send a request, a new connection is established. Okay. So there will be a connection is has been established, and from that connection, the queries will be ran. For example, if take this arrow, so this is the one connection made means from this connection the queries will be sent and the server will process and it will return the output. Okay, so
Okay,
that's the
fine.
connection way. And authentication is nothing but I said, right? So if a user is going to connect to the MySQL server, they need the username and password. So that is the authentication. Okay, hello.
Fine. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Okay.
security is nothing but, for example, have you heard of read-only privilege, read-write privilege?
Yes, yes. For
Read,
files
no, no, no,
and
database. So okay, you said yeah, you have worked in SQL Server, right?
yeah. Yes, I
So
have worked.
yeah, so how will you, if you are using SA password, you are trying to write an operation, it SQL Server is throwing an error. Okay, so how will you rectify it? Hello.
Yeah, by checking logs.
Okay, logs is fine. Okay, in logs it is showing like create table permission is denied for this user, like that it is there.
Yes, it will say like.
Sorry.
Yes, it will say like this.
Yeah. What at that time what you will do?
Check the user privilege, what it has been allotted.
Okay. So
User
you have checked the privilege, and what privilege was? What do you think? Like what privilege is there missing for creating a table?
create table, create table privilege.
So in SQL Server, it will be DB underscore data reader, DB underscore data writer. So if you give DB underscore data reader, the user can able to select only. If you enable DB underscore data writer, they can write do select, update, insert, delete, everything. So that is the difference between read and read write. Okay, read only means only select privilege. Read write means you will be having select, insert, update, delete.
Yes.
Okay, read only is select alone. Okay, read write is select, insert, update, delete. Okay, so
Okay.
these are the things. So why I am saying this is these are the security. For example, your user is there, you have successfully established the connection, you have authenticated the database, but you are
Mm.
trying to perform some operation other than so you are having only read only privilege. Okay, suppose you
Yeah,
are
only
going
this.
to write you are running any update command or alter command, what it will show, it will throw you error, which means it's a security violation. So what MySQL server is doing is it is checking the security. Okay, this user is having only select privilege, but he's going to try this particular create operation, so it's hit you error. Okay, so that will be
Okay.
the security. So once authentication is done, it will check this is the thing, the server will check the particular client has the privilege to issue in a certain queries against MySQL.
You can
So that's
continue.
the security. So these will comes under the client. Okay. The second thing is
Okay.
server layer. Server layer is nothing but a brain layer. So like how a human brain activates. Like if you are going to eat anything, like if you want to going to take anything, if you are getting doing any reaction, if someone is going to hit you, you will do one reaction. So what everything is processed by the brain, right? Like in cerebrum, like it will say like someone is going to hit you, do like this, protect yourself, like that instruction. So same like that in MySQL, the server layer is the brain of MySQL architecture. So it involves all the operations. So once the query is entered to the database, so a thread is made. A thread is nothing but a new connection. Okay, each client will have its own thread. From that, the query will be executed. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Fine.
so once the query is come, what MySQL same as in SQL Server. Okay, if you
Okay.
have gone through the SQL Server architecture, it will be so much easy in MySQL as well. Also, it's the same. So once the query
Okay.
has come, what it will do, it will parse the query. Okay, so
Okay.
parser is nothing but it will parse the query into multiple components. Okay, and it will do
Okay.
the syntax and semantic analysis. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
syntax analysis and semantic analysis. So I will let you know. So this is the job of the parser. Okay, so what parser do is you are giving one select query. Okay, select from table library
Mm-hmm.
where name
Okay.
is equal to Habib.
Okay.
Okay, this is the query. Okay, so what parser will
Okay.
do means it will parse the query, like it will check
Okay.
from which table we need to take, like the SQL execution manner is there, right? From which
Mm-hmm.
table we need to take, is that table is there or not.
Okay.
So
Fine.
syntax analysis is nothing but if I'm not show giving from means what it will show, there is a syntax error.
Mm.
Okay, you will get
Syntax
right.
there.
Yeah, syntax
Okay.
error. So that will be thrown by the parser. So what parser will do, it will check for the syntax error. So if any word
Okay.
is missing, like here is from is missing. So once you put from, the query will run. So same like if you miss here where means it will issued by this parser. Semantic analysis is
Okay.
nothing but library. So let's take in your database, you don't have that library table. Okay, but you have run
Okay.
the query as library. What semantic analysis will do is it will check for the table and column. Okay, suppose if the
Okay.
table itself it is not there means what it will show, table library is does not exist, like
Okay.
that.
Fine.
It means it's doing semantic analysis, like whether the table is there, like that. So sometimes if the table is there and you are giving the wrong column means it will show column name does not exist. These are
Okay.
done by this semantic analysis. So parser will do the syntax and semantic analysis. It will parse the query into a segments and it will do the syntax and semantic analysis. Okay,
Okay. Fine.
then the next thing is optimizer. Optimizer, have you heard of optimizer in SQL Server?
Optimizer, I heard in Oracle, it is like providing. good execution path.
Yeah, the same here as well. So here also the optimizer will helps in providing the best execution plan. So here the cost based execution plan, it will, the optimizer is cost based optimizer in MySQL. Okay, cost
Okay.
based optimizer. Cost based optimizer is nothing but which is the, which for example, if one query is there, let's take this query is there. Okay, for this query the name column is not indexed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for this query
Okay.
the name column is not indexed. So what MySQL will do means it will scan the whole table. Okay, it will scan
Yes. Yes.
the full table from the first row, full table from the first row, because
Okay. Fine.
normally the primary key, the first column will be the primary key, right?
Yes. Yes.
The first column will be the primary key. So in SQL Server you will be having clustered index and non-clustered index. So here it will be, we have multiple index. I will cover that in a different class. So
Mm-hmm.
as of now, like the first column will generically will be the primary key. Okay, whenever you create
Yes.
a database, yeah. So the MySQL will sort the order, store the data in based upon that ID only. So if the column index, if the name is not indexed, name column is not indexed, means what it will do, it will come from the first row to 100 row. Okay, so this will be an issue. So at that time your cost will be high. Cost is here nothing but CPU utilization, CPU and RAM utilization. Okay,
Okay.
so in this case, uh, if the name is not indexed means the CPU will be used more, correct? RAM also will use more.
Yes.
So that case,
Yes.
this is the worst execution plan and this has high cost. Okay, let's take
Okay.
this name column is indexed means the CPU and RAM will be less only because it's going to fetch
Less cons.
separate area, less counts. Instead of scanning 100, it's going to less. It's going to scan only 20 rows. So that time CPU
Fine.
also won't used, RAM also won't be used. So here the optimizer is cost based optimizer. Okay,
Okay.
so
Fine.
it will check. So this is the role of optimizer. As parsing is done, various type of optimization techniques are applied to the optimization block. These technique may rewrite the query order of scanning table and choose the right index, mainly for
Yes.
choosing the right index and for scanning the tables. Okay, optimizer. So the next thing is query cache. Query cache is nothing but, for example, if you are running this query, okay, select star from this query. At first it is taking 10 seconds. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
again you are running this query. Okay,
Okay.
the next time it will take 0 seconds. Why?
Okay.
Because this query output will be stored in the query cache.
Okay. Fine.
So when you run the first time, what it will do parsing, it will check with the optimizer and it will give the best execution plan and will provide you the output. So it will take 10 seconds. Okay. The next time if you run the same query means it won't do parser, it won't go to parser, it won't go to optimizer. It will directly go to the query cache and will take the query and will give it to you. So
Okay.
only it
Fine.
is 0 seconds. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So major thing is if you understand the internal concept means it will be helpful for you clearly. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
in interview you will be questioned with the, to be honest, I'm saying like I'm having nearly 7+ years experience as a MySQL DBA. To be honest, like I am also sure like I don't know everything.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Correct. Like I can't say like I know everything in MySQL top to bottom like that. I can't say. There are
Uh-huh.
multiple parts are there which I am lagging. But what
Uh-huh.
is the thing is like how you propagate yourself, like how you propagate yourself to the interviewer. Like even though you don't know anything, if you know these internal architecture, how it works, means you can able to answer on your own logical thinking. Okay, this might be like this, so it would work like this. Even though the interview doesn't know the answer, based upon your knowledge, like how you have analyzed the MySQL, or how you have saying the architecture, these things, he will get impressed and okay, oh, he is good, like that kind of opinion may come. Okay,
True. Yes. Yes. Okay.
yeah. So that's the query cache, and buffer cache is nothing but same. Like everywhere the buffer is there, like memory buffer will be there. So from the some queries will be ran from the memory buffer, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so this is the buffer cache. Table metadata cache is used for tracking the database index, these things. Okay. So most prime cases, this query cache and this optimizer, these plans and all. Key cache is nothing but it is for index entries. Okay, if you are doing any index means it will be index will be cached here in the key cache. Table
Okay.
metadata. Table metadata means these things. For example, if you take a database, in a database there are how many tables? In the tables,
Mm.
how many indexes are there? How many columns are there? These data will be stored in this table metadata cache. Okay,
Okay, fine. Fine, fine. Okay.
so these are the things. If you read this, just go geek for this is the website. This is the thing. Then next thing is storage layer. Okay, storage layer is nothing but every database storage means everywhere we need the storage, right? Like if you take your phone, you will be having a separate storage where you will store
Yes.
the data. So same like that,
Yeah.
MySQL is having different storage layer. So
Mm-hmm.
for 5.6, it is InnoDB. Default storage layer is InnoDB. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
previously it
Okay.
was MySQL. Okay. So in interview, you may get a question like, what is the difference between InnoDB and MySQL?
InnoDB
Okay.
and my
MySQL. See here, I have clicked. So that
my
yeah, it's
oh,
nothing but kind of OS. Let's take there are multiple OS people are saying in Android like Snapdragon. Then some will say different like iOS. Some OS is there. It's varying, right? So same like that. Here the storage layer is InnoDB MySQL.
okay, fine, fine.
There are multiple is there. InnoDB is there, MySQL is there, NDB is there, memory is there. So multiple is there. Each have
Okay.
one purpose. So from 5.6, InnoDB is the default storage engine. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So the purpose, I guess you are getting some call. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. You can continue. I'm not picking up.
Yeah. Okay then. So this storage layer will be having a MySQL structure will be uh, normally it will use for storing the data and for retrieving data. Okay, in MySQL the
Okay.
storage layer is pluggable storage engine architecture. Okay, it's a
Okay, fine.
pluggable storage engine. Okay, why it is pluggable storage engine means, let me say. Okay, if you are creating a table, let's assume create table test. Okay, int, let's take id int not null, name varchar 10. Okay, let's take this table. Okay, you have created this table. If you give like this, defaultly it will store as a InnoDB in 5 after 5.6. After
Okay, after.
5.6, if you create like this, if you create like in this syntax means the table will be stored in InnoDB, correct?
Okay,
So
okay, fine,
after,
fine.
yeah, before and all, it was MySQL. Table will be stored in MySQL. Okay, you got it.
Present current version is 5.6.
No, current is like it has came nearly 10, 10 kind of 10 kind of thing it came. If you go to the
And
MySQL and if you go here in the
oh,
downloads, and if you can come down, if you see here MySQL yearly release downloads, if you click
uh-huh.
this, you can see it's the yearly release 9.7 it is here.
Okay, okay, okay.
So
Fine,
mostly
fine.
people will work in 5.7 only. Mostly people works in 5.7. That is a legacy one. Mostly people work in mostly MySQL 5.7 and 8.0 people use.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Now it is
Okay.
9.0 it came. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay.
interview questions, maybe you'll get a difference between. Okay, let me complete with this. So if you create a table like this means after 5.6 it will be stored in the InnoDB. Okay,
Okay.
before like, and also you can do this thing after this thing. If you add this line, engine is equal to InnoDB means it will be stored in as a InnoDB engine. If you stay as a memory means it will be stored as a memory. If you give
Mhm.
MySQL means it will be saved as a MySQL storage engine. So this is the thing
Okay.
called as a pluggable storage engine architecture, which means after creating each table, you can change the engine, which means like how will you plug? I want to plug this
Okay.
DB as the storage. Okay. InnoDB storage. If I
Okay.
want, okay, I need my memory as my storage engine. So I am plugging, right, like different things. So that's the thing. So that's what it has been mentioned. Like MySQL is a pluggable storage engine architecture. So these storage engines are used as a pluggable storage engineer where tables created by the users are plugged with them. Correct?
Okay.
You
Okay.
got me right?
Pluggable.
If you're lagging, if you're lagging behind what I'm saying, you just ask me, because if you have any doubts, if you sort it out, it will be clear. Okay.
Like, can we
Like,
create our own engine like this is
no,
inbuilt?
no,
I
no,
think my
not
InnoDB
like
and
that.
my
You can't create a storage engine on our own. The default engine will be there. If you go here and search for storage engines in MySQL, it will just give you. Can use AI. So many AIs are there, right? See, it's a software handling the creation, reading, updating data on the disk. Unlike myself, the pluggable storage engines, popular storage engines is InnoDB. The default and most widely used, it's a transaction based. MySM,
mm,
memory, archive,
oh,
CSV, NDB. So these things. So
okay,
these
okay,
NDB will be used for the MySQL clusters for high
okay, okay,
availability, achieving high availability. But normally people will use this thing only, InnoDB
okay,
only.
fine,
Okay.
okay, fine,
So see here MySM, the original default engine before version 5.5. Okay, before
okay,
5.5, this was the default storage engine.
okay, fine.
Okay, there will question arise like what is the difference between storage engine, difference between give me a second. Okay, difference between InnoDB and MySQL. So yeah, so these are the differences. Okay, you can check in online. Okay, so locking is row level locking, here table level locking. Okay, row level locking is nothing but there are two types of locking is there. Hello, you're with
Okay,
me?
okay, okay, okay,
So
okay.
same in
Yes.
SQL Server, there are two types of locking. One is exclusive lock and other is shared lock. Okay, whenever you are selecting any, if you are whenever you are running a select query, whenever you reading anything from the table, the shared lock will be occurred. Okay,
Okay, okay,
meaning this is for select queries, only select queries. Okay, if you do any
fine.
update or delete, it's a exclusive lock. Okay, two types of lock
Okay,
will
okay,
be there. Okay, so
okay.
there is two scenario. Okay, if transaction one is having a shared lock, which means select, if transaction one is doing any select operation, T2 can have a shared lock. Okay, which means you can
Okay.
also select multiple select. If already one transaction is happening with a select on a table, you can also run another select statement on the table, but
Fine.
not
Okay.
a table, not, it's a row. I said right, InnoDB is a row level.
A row level.
MySM is the table level, which is
Okay.
nothing but, if you are doing this thing means only this row name Habib, this row will be locked at the particular time. The table
Mm-hmm.
will be still accessible. In
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
same table, different column. For example, like this is, let's assume this is T1. Okay, this is T2. Okay, update update library library set id is equal to 233 where name is equal to Ajay. Okay, let's take this scenario. Okay, first thing is both are accessing the same table. Okay, but the first one is selecting table on a different row. Here
Mm-hmm.
this thing is doing on a different row, this update is happening on a different row. So InnoDB does not
Okay.
hold any lock. Okay, this is called row level locking, it will lock only the row. Okay, if you do this thing with the name Habib means this particular transaction need to wait until this select statement got completed,
Okay.
because it's going to update the same row. Okay,
Oh, yes,
but
yes.
this is in case of InnoDB. In case of MyISM, if this query is running means this T2 need to
Uh-huh.
wait until this complete. Even it is name is Ajay, even the name is Ajay, it need to wait because it will lock whole the table library. It will lock whole the entire library table. So that is called MyISM.
Uh-huh.
If it is lock a Habib row only, it is InnoDB. If it is lock the whole library table means it is a MyISM. So that is the these things. Okay.
Okay. Very like very huge drawback this is.
Sorry, huge. Yeah, yeah. That's
Huge,
what they
yeah,
have.
huge drawback. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So for example, it's kind of thing only. Let us assume like yeah, if let's take a theater, a video, a AV room is there, a room is there. There is a capability of 10 people can sit and watch at a time. But what
Mm.
happens if they allow one by one means, okay, first you go, once you complete it, then
Mm.
the next person. What you can see the difference, right? Like
Yes, huge difference.
yeah, yeah. So that's why. So it's a table level locking. The entire table is locked during a write operation, blocking all other session.
Mm.
Here, only the
Okay.
specific row being updated or locked. So which row you're going to
Okay.
update, that will be locked, allowing other users to read and write the different rows. They can use and read and write
Okay.
the different rows. Okay, but
Yes,
the
yes.
same you if any user is if this row is locked and that is writing some operation in the same row, if you want to write and read, that is not possible. They can do
Hmm.
in
Yeah.
different row, but not the same row.
Yes, sure,
In
sure,
case of
sure.
yeah.
Exact. Yes, yes.
So transaction, it is transaction supported. Transaction supported is you can commit and you can take the rollback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in case of this, here it does not support transaction. Okay,
Oh.
every command is permanent. If you are executing, you can't able to roll back. Nothing
Oh,
is there.
boy.
Okay, it supports
Huge
foreign
difference.
key. Yeah, it does not support foreign key.
Uh-huh.
It's yeah, it's storage in often it stores the use table spaces. Table spaces means like in everywhere, like it will create a storage for each table.
Okay, okay.
Whereas here it will create these three files. Okay, auto recovery mechanism is possible because you will
Hmm.
be having logs. So
Hmm.
in SQL Server you will be having the transaction logs, right? So if you want to do the switch rollback or point in time recovery, you can use using the transaction logs, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So here, InnoDB, it have transaction. It supports transaction, so it is having transaction log. So you can do the crash recovery, but that crash recovery is not supported here. You
Hmm.
can
Okay,
just
okay.
add these 3 points itself: row level
Oh,
locking,
yes,
table
yes.
level locking, asset. It support asset compliant transaction. It does not support transaction. It supports foreign key. It does not support foreign key. It supports
Yeah.
crash recovery. It does
Crash
not support crash recovery.
recovery.
Yeah, you can
Yes,
add this.
yes, yes. Yes.
So this is the architecture of MySQL. So same like that, the storage engine memory is there, right? Like memory is for fast access. Fast access. If you use the
Hmm.
storage memory means storage engine as a memory means, if you restart the database, everything will be gone out.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it will be a drawback. And also, this is an
Okay.
important question. This query cache is there, right? Like if you restart the database, this query cache will be gone.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Again,
this is
the
also
time
an
taken
interview
to
question.
execute query will be
Yeah,
more.
it will take time. So this will be an interview
Hmm.
question. They will ask like, let us assume like you are doing one running one query. First, it is taking 10
Hmm.
seconds, and after that
Hmm.
you are running, it's taking 0 seconds, 0 seconds, and again you are running, it is
Hmm.
taking the same 10 seconds. Why? Do you know
Hmm.
any reasons like that? They will ask. You may say, yeah,
Hmm.
maybe the database has been rebooted, so that the query cache got cleared, and the execute optimization into again need to create an execution plan so that the query takes that much time. Okay,
Okay.
and also the one another thing is query cache is disabled in MySQL 8 version. Okay, this query cache is disabled in MySQL 8.
Uh-huh.
It will be done
Then,
using the memory itself. There is no
okay.
query cache concept. The queries will be cached in the memory, or we need to use some proxy SQL kind of thing on the
Okay,
top of
fine,
the
fine.
server.
Okay. Okay.
Client and server is there, right? In between that, you need to use any proxy SQL or Redis cache. There are multiple caches there, Redis cache, Elastic cache. So what that
Uh-huh.
cache will do means that will store the query, that will store all the data, memory kind of
Okay.
data.
Fine.
So nowadays
Okay.
people use like that only. You can say that from 5.7 query cache is there in MySQL 8. It is not there. Sometimes people may ask like how you are handling query cache in MySQL 8. You can say like in our system we are using proxy SQL. Otherwise, you can say
Hmm.
we are using Redis cache.
Okay. Okay.
But they won't. Don't worry. They won't ask about how we are doing Redis cache, these things and all. You just say
Hmm.
Redis cache as as you know, like query cache is disabled in after 5.7. In 8 version, query cache is disabled, right? So we are using Redis cache for catching our query like that. You can,
Okay.
yeah. That will be maintained by our DevOps team or developers. You can say someone.
Okay.
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 So that's
Okay.
the
Fine.
architectural things of MySQL, which I have covered today.